Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening all around the world. And we are all around the world. And this is Braveheart Nation. I'm Dr. Daryl Wolf, and we're coming to you from DocStar TV. And why we call it DocStar TV is because, guess what? In just 4 months, we're coming out with the Braveheart Nation app, and it is DocStar TV, where we will be featuring people who are specialists in their business, whether it's growing food, making food, whether it's preparing to have a better life on an emotional, physical, spirit level. We will have people who speak different languages from different parts of the world that will be coming on our platform, and they'll be coming on weekly. And just like, 15, 20 minutes, and they'll be teaching you things for free, okay? And then they'll be coming on with their master classes if you decide you want to take it further. But the reality is, this is called Braveheart Nation app, and this app is to help to empower everyone, no matter where they are. If they can't get to us, if we can't get to them, and if they don't have the finances to help to heal themselves and their family, we're going to make sure that we have everything on this app, okay, that helps to create an understanding, a better relationship with yourself, with your family, and with the world. And understand this, okay, I'm going to say something, and sometimes it's off the cuff, because today what we're doing is we're talking about breast health and healing with Dina and Debbie from Stewart Health and Healing in Stewart, Florida. And we're going to be going through this, and I'm going to be explaining what causes the domino effect on an emotional and physical level for those breasts to get into trouble. And understand, emotional supersedes physical any day, especially when we're talking about the breasts. Okay, because men love their breasts, women love their breasts, babies love their breasts. I mean, who doesn't love breasts? Okay, so that we need to talk about, because we're very emotionally tied to breasts, okay? All of us, all right? So let's talk about something else, and that is, we've all been set up. Now, I know this is where you're going, why don't you just shut up, Dr. Wolf, and just talk about health? And, I did a posting, and somebody says, oh, you're into politics, so I'm never coming on your site again. And I'm not into politics. I'm not into religion. I'm not into anything except unconditional love for me and for everybody else, okay? Non-judgment world. And everybody just chooses to judge all the time. Now, does anybody know why? I'm going to drop a little seed here, and then eventually, when people want to hear more, they will. But how many people know that the Rockefellers are related to the Rothschilds? How many people know that the Rockefellers and Rothschilds, their family lineage goes right back to biblical times? How many people know that they've been strategizing for thousands of years, and that's why we will eat, drink, say, and do anything? We'll go out and kill our brothers and sisters all around the world. We don't even need to know them. We just need to know that we can go out and be some kind of hero, which is a zero. And I'm going to tell you something right now, whether you want to believe this or not. They are in charge. They've always been in charge. There's a government inside of a government, and the medical system's not broken. It was created to be exactly what it is, okay? And the government is not broken. It's never going to be fixed, because it is fixed. Everything is fixed. It's rigged, it's fixed. Did you get it? It's rigged, it's fixed. Wake up. It's time to wake up, because I'm going to tell you something. This is going to be one heck of a year. Holy smokes. You have no idea. And guess what? It is going to be the best year for those that are awake, and for those that aren't, they're going to lose their, you know what? Okay, and they're going to not lose it on the emotional level, but on the physical level too, because the sickness is going to reign. You know what? Here's one for you. Sick people have sick thoughts. Healthy people have healthy thoughts. Wealthy people have wealthy thoughts. Okay, strong people have strong thoughts. The reality is somebody said to me, well, I guess you lost at that, Daryl. And I said, I don't lose at anything. Okay, either I win or I learn. Either I win or I learn. We have been taught to become losers. We've been taught to talk down on ourselves. We've been taught to talk down on our children. Oh my God, most people who have children treat them worse than their dogs. And you think I'm kidding? Well, I'm not. And most people don't even know how to actually prepare to bring a spirit being into a human body. Yeah, that's right. And understand this, the whole thing is rigged. You know what? It is so amazing because guess what? I believe in the creator of everything. And if it wasn't for the creator of everything, none of us would be around because we're being poisoned on all levels. But the reality is guess what? I'm not. I'm not being poisoned here, and I'm not being poisoned here. And understand, most people go around and complain and explain why they can't get healthy, why they can't get wealthy, why, their mother did this, their father did this. If it wasn't for my husband, if it wasn't for my wife, oh, those damn kids. Okay, enough. This is why we're sick. This is why we're sick. Right now, take a good look at me, and I'm going to say something, and then I've been on the road, okay, for 8 months. This is the first time that I've stopped in 3 weeks, okay? Stopped, like I've stopped. Now I'm just writing and rewriting The Perfect Day, bringing out a brand new library for everyone that's free, and it is the most powerful healing library in the world. And understand this, because I'm not moving around and I'm not occupied in my thoughts and I'm more quieter here, my body has been going through a cleanse, okay, like you would not believe. And I'm telling you, I've had aches and pains and headaches, my stomach, just everything. And meanwhile, it's not because of something I ate and drank. It's because my body's saying, you are go, 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 go. And now we're going to unwind everything. We're going to let go of all that stress. Let me tell you something right now. When you are in trauma drama, you don't feel pain. When you're in trauma drama, you don't feel pain. And when that trauma drama stops, you find out that you've got a growth. You find out that you've got some kind of life-threatening disease. You've got headaches, you've got diarrhea, you've got vomiting, you've got aches, you've got pains because you disrespect yourself and you're going to say, no, I don't. But let me tell you something. I know what health is and I know what health isn't. And I'm going to tell you right now that maybe 1 out of 1,000, maybe 5,000 practitioners actually know what health is. Most of them just play hobby health. And that's the God's truth. Well, if they didn't, let me ask you a question. If we know that there are 100 times more natural health practitioners in the world than medical, then why is the world getting sicker? Because the people that call themselves health practitioners don't even know how to get themselves healthy on an emotional and physical level. And that's the God's truth. And now people are saying, look at that cocky, arrogant person, Dr. Wolf, or that sham Dr. Wolf, or whatever that you want to say. The reality is that we have unlimited potential, but until we have discipline, and you'll never have discipline until you have self-love and self-care. Discipline is not becoming a soldier. You're disciplined to do something, but you don't love yourself. You're disciplined to go out and kill people. Okay, I'm telling you that real true discipline comes from self-love and self-care, where you don't go around killing anyone. You don't go around killing yourself, and you love yourself unconditionally to the point that even if you get tired, even if you're with a bunch of people that are killing themselves, which is just, please, 999 people out of 1,000 are poisoning themselves on an emotional and physical level, and their family and their friends every day. Let's make that perfectly clear. Let's pull our heads out of our asses, because guess what? I am going to stand in my truth, and if people don't like it, that's okay. You know what? I already know something that, if the majority of the population does not like me, I'm not trying to not get them to like me. I'm trying to get them to love themselves. I could give a crap if people like me. I need people to love themselves, because at the end of the day, this is a spiritual war. And guess what? Do you know who you're at war with? Yourself. And you don't even know it because you've been programmed by the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and all these elites. And then everybody who's high up in government, high up in any position, is sick. So don't even tell me that there's some savior coming out of the clouds, or there's some savior coming at the next election, okay? Because guess what? You have an infection, okay? You have an infection. You are deluded and you live an illusional life. And guess what? Stop it. Stop it. And let me tell you something. Until you unconditionally love and care for yourself and know how to do it and create a strategy from the moment you rise until you close your eyes, then guess what? You are the enemy that you've been running from. And guess what? How does it feel to run from yourself? How does it feel to run from your family? And you know what? I will never ask anybody, do you have a healthy diet? Because guess what? I want everybody to take a deep breath here for 1 second. Are you ready? Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you this much. That 99 out of 100 people, I said that and I mean it, and I'll stand by it. Anybody want to challenge me? Just call me at 469-861-8884, because I'm not doing this for me. I'm not upset. I'm not angry. Okay. I am tired of seeing adulterated adults, okay, poison their children. Okay. Is that okay with you? Understand something. 99 out of 100 people have functional illness. What does that mean? Oh my God, why don't you go for a walk? Look at the zombies. Look at how many people are obese, how many people are overweight. Look at 95% of all the food out there is poison. And 99% of the people out there eat the poison. And then they complain about their doctor not healing them. They complain about how there's GMOs, there's poison in the water. Well, understand something. Planet Earth is a life-threatening, fun-filled adventure for the people that are awake and totally love and care for themselves, and you would call that person selfish. Most of you on here, you'd call me selfish. Yeah, I like nice shirts. I like high vibrational food. I like high vibrational people. You know what? If you unconditionally loved and cared for yourself, you would lose 99% of your friends. You hear me? You will. You'll lose 99% of your friends. And guess what? Most of you will never, ever do that because you're so desperate for love. Look at where that's gotten you. How's the divorce going? Okay? How's the relationship where you keep arguing about the same damn thing over and over again? How does it feel sleeping beside someone that isn't a spirit partner? How does it feel? Okay, that you can't move on because you're lonely already, even though you're in a relationship. So where would I be? And I'm ugly and I'm fat or I'm skinny or I'm stupid. You know what? They have programmed us, okay, to not just tear ourselves down, but to tear each other down. Okay, I'm going to tell you something right now. And this is the last thing I'll say about this. And then we're going to calm it down and come to breast health. But here's the deal. And you need to get this. Why don't you do the real homework and find out that the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and there's a whole bunch of other families, but I'm not going to mention because you wouldn't even know the names because nobody does any research, were actually put in charge to be the jail keepers before the Bible. The jail keepers of all the human race. And you're going to say, bullshit, you don't know what you're talking about, Daryl. Well, guess what? Then why are they? Why is it that you don't have what you want? Why is it that, guess what, you're so tied to money and we don't even need to have money on this planet? The only reason why there's money on this planet is to keep us all jailed up. Think. Look at how you will do anything for it. It is so easy to buy a human being, to get them to hurt their brothers and sisters. I can't wait until the next, somebody just said I'm a whack job. Yeah, that's right. I am a whack job. I am a whack job. And guess what? I didn't ask for you to follow me. What are you doing on this? You should be on a different program. I'm telling you, okay? This guy needs to take his meds. I'm going to tell you something right now. We're going to find out who's on meds in the next few years here. We're going to find out, okay? I am going to keep my human spirit. I am going to be as close to nature and what I call creator and God. And I am not going to bow down to any authority. And I'm definitely not going to, I am not going to follow the majority, because if anybody noticed, the majority is always going in the wrong direction. And you better understand that. And understand this. You don't have to love me. You don't have to like me. But if you check my information, you're going to find out 1 and 1 are 2. They're not 11. You're going to find out that it's logical. You're going to find out that on my website, I give more free information and more trainings than any other practitioner I know of on the planet. And I will keep giving of myself because I don't care what you think of me. I don't care what you think of me because I'm going to love you anyway. And if you think that you can love someone from them not hating themselves, good luck. If you think you can change someone even to change their diet, good luck. I'm going to tell you something. The only message that I have for everybody is, guess what? You better become what you want to see in this world, because once you do, that's the only way you're going to save or change your family. You know what everybody likes to do? Oh, I think I lost you.
No, we're here.
Okay. You know what? I got to plug in, okay?
No, you're there.
No, I got to plug in. I'm gonna lose it. This is dying. So everybody, you know what everybody likes to do? What do you all like to do? Dina, Debbie, tell me I'm wrong. Everybody likes to go and save people. Everybody likes to go and tell people how they should live and how there's a better way. And guess what? Everybody that does that, okay, isn't doing it themselves. We all need to just mind our own business. Okay, I fixed it. Mind our own business. Okay, and guess what? People are going to say, well, why don't you mind your own business, Dr. Wolf? Well, then I am. What are you doing on my platform? Get off my platform. This platform is for people that want to listen to a whack job. So understand that. So when I am on here, I am being very selfish. Because every time I repeat that I am going to hold the line for me, that I am not going to let me poison myself today, and I will not take it out on my beautiful Lori, I will not take it out on my children, and I will not take it out on the world if the world is not going my way, because the world is an inner standing first, and that inner standing is you filling up your heart and not asking anyone else or anything else to do it for you. And then guess what? When you do that, you will not have any illnesses or sickness, because then you won't be out of alignment. You won't be out of harmony. And it's called dis-ease. And if you want no dis-ease, you will be at ease. And if you want to be at ease, then you better unconditionally love yourself, and you better get rid of all the bullshit of the sinner syndrome and the guilt and how you've let people down. You've let yourself down. You weren't good enough. Let me tell you something. I did everything that would be wrong or classified as a sinner when I was younger. And I am not going to pay for any of it, because guess what? Just coming down to this place and surviving and feeling this good about myself, okay, at 67, and not going to bed going, oh, another day. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I don't do that. This is a life-threatening adventure, and I know how to play this game. And I am here to help people who really want to get their adventure on, who want to stop suffering for the world, okay? Who know that everything that comes out of the mouth of anything governmental or even almost everything medical is all been engineered. And I'm not putting down doctors. The system is corrupt. The doctors mean well. So let's make that perfectly clear. I am not putting down government people, but totally we know that it's a big problem, because the government doesn't work for the people, does it? Okay. Anyways, so why did I go through just that rant? Well, because guess what? When we learn to love and care for ourselves on an emotional level, we won't create anything, okay, physically disturbing for ourselves. If we knew how to connect to our breath, if we knew how to have a slight smile, no matter what was going on, okay, in the world or in our family. Because did you ever notice? He or she that suffers for the family, suffers for the world, okay, is exhausted, okay, is tired. And understand that's the way they want us. Look, there's going to be a lot of people here that do not understand that this program has been going on, and it's going to continue to go on. So let the women speak, the guy says on TikTok. Debbie and Diane, Debbie and Dina, is it okay that I ranted for a minute?
Yes, and I have something to add to that.
Please go ahead.
So for those that don't understand what Dr. Wolf was trying to say, you know, you told me a long time ago, think logically. So when you think and look at situations, but we are the human beings on this earth, and we are supposedly the smartest on the earth, but yet we're the only ones that pay to live and eat on the planet. So think about that.
Yeah. You know what? I just want to tell those people that are upset that they should get off the platform now and go somewhere else. Because some people on TikTok here are being a little bit nasty. Okay? All right. So these are the people that are the haters. Just like that's what people do, right? Because they don't like their own life. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about breast health. Okay? And we all know something that, how was it? It was about 15 years ago. Remember, they increased the breast awareness. Do you remember that, girls?
Yes.
And when they increased the breast awareness, what increased?
Cancer.
Breast cancer. Oh, well, Richard Nixon came out with War on Cancer back in 1974, approximately. And when he came out on War on Cancer, every year after that, cancer went up. And because whatever you focus on, you create. And our Creator said, whatever you focus on, you will create. You know, you were born to create. So think about it, guys. Whatever you focus on, you're going to create. So that's why you have to ignore that which you don't want to become. You have to ignore. So that could be a problem because, you know, hopefully you're in really good, loving relationships that are growing. I mean, there's a lot of women that are in relationships and they feel stuck because men don't grow. Look at it. It's very rare that men grow. That, you know, women are always dragging their men along to get them to have some kind of awareness. And understand something. Listen to me, guys, okay? Stress has taken more lives than all the wars in the world. Stress has taken more energy. Stress has destroyed more lives. And if you don't know that we are emotional beings, and if you haven't learned how to master your subconscious, and that means that you have to, guess what, become a robot. If you want a healing, you have to become a robot and create a different program and repeat that program, not just many times, but with emotion. You know, like, I listen to my story. This is why I came out like a tiger today, because I woke up this morning going, I'm going to become more. I am going to make sure no matter when I start this, I've got another world tour coming in January for 8 months. I'm going to make sure that I exercise every day, that I do my prayer, that I do my meditation. I'm going to make sure that I do it even more because this is a wake-up call for me. Even though I eat right and do things, I can't get lazy. Understand, we will lose so many family members in this next year or two because of discipline, because no one's been taught the art of discipline, and you won't have it when it comes to healing yourself or staying healed if you believe that loving and caring for yourself is a selfish act. Dina, Debbie.
Yes. Yes.
Take it away.
We're speaking about breast health and healing, and I'm here to let you know that back in August, I did a mammogram and an ultrasound for a little lump, and they wanted to biopsy it. I didn't even let that come into my field because I'm not going down that road. We are aware that the mind creates, you know, the physical, and I was able to identify this is back 20 years, an emotional, you know, attachment to what happened back then. And we are treating it with, of course, high vibrational nutrition, advanced water fast, juicing.
No. What I want you to do, I want you and Debbie to go very slow.
Okay.
Go back to okay, first of all, there are lots of women on here that are fearful of a situation like this happening. There are women on here that have this situation happening right now. I hope you know that I talked to 2 women yesterday, and their ulcerations, one their ulceration, and it's bleeding with pus coming out of their breast, is 1.5 inches big. The other one is 1/2 inch. So understand, nobody wants to go there. I need you to come from your hearts, guys. Talk as women. I need to be quiet, and you need to go back. Talk about that. I need you to don't say what I want you to say. Say what's in your heart. But you know as well as I do that the emotional creates the physical. You know that if you don't create a strategy and do more, okay, you've got to do, when you become ill, you need to do more than anybody else has ever done, because people never do enough. And if people, when people actually start doing what they need to do to love and care for themselves, they're called selfish. And I need you to go through this really slowly, step by step, girls. So even if you have to go back and repeat something, let's talk about that. And before we start, everyone, if you don't believe that everything is not emotional, then go to my library at docofdetox.com, click on library, and go in there and watch the emotional chemistry of cancer, disease, and healing. It's a masterclass. And then go and watch Reverse the Irreversible and How to Become Number 1 at the Art of Number 2. And those 3 videos, I don't care if you're a surgeon or you're a physician or you're a psychologist or you're in the government. You'll just have to walk away and not talk about it and have to ignore it, because it's going to involve you losing money or finding out that your thoughts are wrong. And everybody wants to protect their thoughts, even if they're not right, because wouldn't want to be wrong. And I'm bloody well wrong every day. And I don't mind telling you that. And moving forward, go ahead.
Okay, well, my journey with you, Doc, started 4 years ago. I started detoxing my body, listening to your videos, and just buying the nutraceuticals, getting off Diet Coke. And, there's certain habits I did not have, like smoking and drinking, but I did have the Diet Coke and, of course, eating some of the foods. And 20 years ago, I would say, I had my breast implants. I decided that I wanted the scar to be under the arm, so I visited multiple doctors, and we found a doctor that did the implants behind the muscle under the arm. And I've had mammograms, sommographies throughout this time, and nothing's ever appeared. August, like I said, I did the ultrasound. They said they wanted to biopsy. I said, no, we're not doing a biopsy.
It was suggestive. Tell her it read suggestive cancer.
Well, suggestive malignancy came back.
Okay, did you watch, I don't mean to cut you off, but did you watch yesterday how her husband, a doctor came in and said that you have cancer, and that we need to go and do the same things that they told you? And then she said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to go home and he's going to heal himself. I had no part of that. That's them, and that's their decision. And it's always their decision. And guess what? Then another doctor comes in and says, you have suggestive cancer. Go back and watch the video. And she goes, oh my God, make up your mind. Either he has cancer and suggested cancer. That means you're not sure. So why would we go? They wanted to start chemo and radiation right away.
Well, it's the same for me as the doctor. My doctor said, can I be suggestively pregnant? She goes, no, you're right. You're right. So I said, listen, I don't want to hear anything you have to say. I don't want to look at the report. I don't even want to see the pictures. They're not entering my energy field. And that's because I do more work with that. And I said, I want you to listen to what we are going to do together. We have the Cellsonic. We're going to Cellsonic the area.
Okay, I want you to take it very slowly and explain. If you say something, explain what it is. Just don't keep, like, what is the Cellsonic? Debbie?
So that is the machine that is behind us right here. It is, wow,
Most powerful.
It's the most powerful frequency machine. It breaks apart calcium, scar tissue, crystallization, and allows for cells to spin the right direction to heal, brings blood, the oxygen supply. It can reduce stage 4 inflammation. It's, I've worked, everybody watched my videos with Emmett. He had diagnosed with maths on his adrenals, and they wanted to put him down, which is basically take him out of commission, or do surgery. And we used the Cellsonic on him, and he's up and about running around. This morning, even when Dina got here, I said, she's here, and he pops up and he runs out the garage, and
He's alive again.
yeah, he's beautiful along with everything.
This magnificent device brings in 25,000 microvolts into the area, lovingly opening up the oxygen and the blood flow, because that's just stagnation, inflammation, and scar tissue. So you're tight like this, and it pulses on your body, and of course, you're fragmenting the area. So what are you doing? You're opening up the pathway of oxygen and blood and the life force to flow right back into your body. So your energy is now elevated with the frequency of the device. Come on, people, just, and you feel it. When you come out of a treatment, you're like, woohoo, we're blissful. I mean, we feel the frequencies throughout our body. So this is what happens. So we've been treating it. We did the 5-day, 200 pulses every day on the...
Okay, one sec. So people keep jumping on, so I need you to be a little bit more thorough. So everyone, it's called the Cellsonic. Anybody that wants to go look it up, if you go to B as in Bob, H as in Harry, N as in Norman, that's BHN, okay? BHN powerpack.com. You'll get the information that you'll see in there. And you were doing 200 pulses of 25,000 volts put into a love harmonic on your breast on the nodule. How big is it?
It's about a marble. It was a marble size.
It's about 80% gone right now.
80% gone through non-surgical. And that's
Yes,
a technique,
yeah.
everyone, by using the elbow and going in and pulling the fibers apart to allow the blood flow to come in. Okay, that we teach, and that Dana and Debbie do at Stewart Health and Healing in Stewart, Florida. Okay, go ahead, girls.
So when she first, got the ultrasound results and everything, we did do non-surgical using our elbow. And so let's go back to the emotional creating the physical, the mental.
Beautiful,
okay?
beautiful.
So I was working on her, and as I was working on her energy was so strong that it felt like someone was squeezing my head. I had to stop for a moment, and I just turned to her and I said, what happened to you during this time when you got these implants? And
it flashed me back
yes,
to exactly the area where my son was beat up in school, and he feared for death. He really felt he was dying when finally, we found out the way he was beat up, and then we ended up, of course, spending a little time at the hospital with a concussion, and we were talking about that. So, and I had just gotten the implants probably, a few months before. So again, you feel like I couldn't save him. I couldn't be there. What kind of a mother am I that my son was beat up in school? You're powerless over that situation, but you still blame yourself. So Debbie had that headache where he was punched continuously.
yeah. It was
Very emotional.
yeah, it was very emotional.
Very emotional.
But through working and doing the non-surgical, she has had the emotional release go along with this, and we've opened up, the whole area there,
Debbie,
including.
Can you hold it for
Yes.
a second, because somebody's asking a question. They
Okay.
don't understand why it's emotional. Okay, you need to understand, everyone, it's called issues in your tissues. All the way from a pimple to a tumor, it was emotional first. depending on the emotion, if you can't process it with love and with peace, then guess what? It will get stored in your body. Remember something, we are electrical, magnetic, light energy, frequency beings. And every emotion, whether it be negative or positive, has a frequency. Understand something. Right now, they're using frequencies. I took these off because then if I leave these on, people go, why is he wearing sunglasses? These are Tesla glasses. They're using light, blue light on all our phones, LED lighting, computers, okay? It's everywhere. And that blue light actually causes cataracts, detached retina, eye floaters, burning eyes, burning mouth. But why does it cause the eye problems? Because it's actually damaging your brain. Blue light on a consistent level. And then let's talk about what? Let's talk about 5G, 6G. Let's talk about you not turning your Wi-Fi off. Everything is frequency. And if you didn't notice, oh, here we go again. Here comes the whack job. Okay, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, they control everything. They have the keys to the world. And anything that's created is to make our lives more fun and more exciting, but poisonous at the same time. They could have created these phones that gave off a light that would heal us. Oh my God.
Yes.
They could have created frequencies that come off our phones and nobody would ever get sick. You could put the phone right to your ear and it could be putting scalar frequencies, Tesla frequencies into your head. But no, they didn't do that. You can put a phone up to your ear and leave it there for what? A 3-minute call, and for 15 minutes you'll have a radiation burn right here in the jawline, the same as the phone. Now this is science. So understand, we are light energy, electrical, magnetic beings. That's why you need the sun. That's why you need, okay, guess what? Are you ready for this? 6 hugs maintains your health. But if you can get 12 hugs a day, okay, you can heal yourself. Don't tell me it doesn't work. Don't tell me you're not dumping serotonin, endorphins, and dopamine, okay, and oxytocin when all of this beautiful stuff happens. And they want the reverse to happen. So everybody can think I'm a whack job, but then tell me why we can't get the poisons out of the water. Tell me why they're allowed to poison the food, poison the air, poison the water, poison your mind, and nobody can stop them. So understand, you have to stop yourself. You cannot take in negative, okay, things that are going to destroy you. Look at, if I could put a chip in your subconscious, a new program that was totally unconditional love and care for yourself, you would heal like that. You'd bring your vibration up just like that. As long as you're guilty, as long as you create judgment for yourself, you got to go to jail. And that jail is invisible, but guess what? It's deadly. Guys?
I've had the talk with my son, and we cleared the air on that as well. You know, we talked about the emotional from that time. So just to heal, but because we already have the tools, and we have you, Doc, and we have the machine, a beautiful device right here, Sonic and Debbie, it's reduced at 80%. And the thing is, I never had fear, not once, when they brought it up. My stress was telling them, stop talking about it. I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me anything. And this is why you do not share that information with your family. You share that with 1 or 2 close people, and you tell them your journey. And you need to support me the way I'm taking this, or you take the hike. And I told the same to the doctor. Are you taking the ride with me my way, or are you out? And she said, no, I'm taking it with you. And we have seen her since. And I brought her the Perfect Day Guide. I gave her one of mine, you know, and I said, Doc, I want you to read about the Perfect Day Guide, the Sonic. I emailed her all the information. And she said, well, now that I have the book, I have no choice, but I will read it. So, you know, we're on the same page. And
Dina, can you hold for a second? Somebody wants to know what the Perfect Day Guide is. Do you mind if I tell them? The Perfect Day Guide is almost a 500-page manual. And now you can believe it or not, but I promise you it will be the most powerful, personal, massive take action book you'll ever read in your life on an emotional, physical, nutritional level. And everybody gets a perfect day guide in a PDF form, okay, when they get a perfect day consult. And every one of the practitioners around the world that take my training, they charge $150 for a perfect day consult. And you get this PDF, plus you get lifetime unlimited support. That means you can call as often as you want, because health is a language. Health is a program, and we need to reprogram ourselves, okay? All right? So we have to reprogram ourselves to become something else. I mean, your personality creates everything. So to change your reality, you got to change parts of your personality. Debbie? Dina?
Yeah, listen, I've been in the medical field my whole life. I was a fire captain for City of Miami for over 27 years. I'm also a nurse practitioner. And I never understood that the emotional creates the physical. You know, it took me 1 week in your class, in the Whole Life Coach, you know, to get it. And I learned more in that 1 week than I did in 30 years. I mean, just understanding why we get sick and what, you know, just about the frequencies, how my working on her picks up on her frequencies and what happened to me and what I experienced.
Right.
You know, it's just something we're just not taught. And until people can grasp this, that the emotional is creating the problems, you know, you just got to really dig down deep and, you know, start putting two and two together. I've seen it, you know, through all my trainings. I apply it in my practice every day. I see people, I had someone yesterday, I mean, they don't deal with even their animals that have died. I mean, you know, it was something as silly as, I can't eat a banana because my animal ate this banana and the animal died. And I'm like, well, you have to change the story. You know, we got to get to the point where we get the emotions under control so that way we don't have the physical problems.
And stop repeating the story, because all you're doing, you're rehashing the emotion, and then all the hormones kick in again, and the stress and the cortisol and the adrenals, and like, just stop it already, you know? And when you say, I have no patience to listen to this, we're there. We're like, okay, stop. And this, I don't go in the story. I don't even go back. I'm sharing here today to open people's minds, for people to widen their perception and to open up to other things than listening to the garbage that they're listening. You have to research. You have to go in and research it and find someone that's helped themselves get better and find out what they've done and follow the journey. This is the only reason I chose to go live, is to help someone else, because I really kept it to a very limited amount of people, because again, like you said, I'm not giving it energy. I don't want it to grow. And none of those words are going to come into me. And I don't want people to even look at me and say, oh yeah, she's the one that's got the, you know, the thing on the breast. And that's energy coming towards me. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to hear it from anyone. We're doing something about it.
Dina,
we're taking action.
If I can say this, I want you to think about this. Please don't think I'm not judging anyone or putting anybody down. I'm no better than anybody else, okay? I'm no better than anybody else. I'm no worse than anybody else either. The reality is this. Take a look at the majority of the population. Do they talk about what they want in their life and go and get it, okay, with all their energy and ability? Or do they talk about what they don't like, what they hate in their life? And understand this. If you do that, your life is going to be hell. You know, like when I said that, you know, I've learned, like when I did the 8-month tour, and the reality is I can, when I go to do this next 8-month tour around the world, teaching the Whole Life Coach course and the Wolf Non-Surgical and the Braveheart Circle and the pelvic course with all our team, you know what? I'm going to take the time. I have to take the time to do my exercises, do my meditations, do my prayer. I mean, the eating, drinking thing I've got down. but I need to bring it up more. I need to bring it up more. You know, the last thing I want to be is walking around being a fraud. And everybody understand, you will never reach your potential on this planet. And it's not because you're stupid or dumb or slow. It's because you were created by God Almighty. Jeepers, creepers. We have unlimited potential. But understand, we have been programmed to attack ourselves and each other. And so all we're trying to share here today is, if we stop attacking ourselves and start loving and caring for ourselves, that would be great. And if you run a program or you believe in some kind of system that has a chokehold on you because you're unworthy, you can't heal. And Dina, you know that, don't you?
Absolutely.
Well, you've learned it.
I used to run that program about, self-hate. I was raised, you can't laugh on this planet. You got to prepare yourself for the next afterlife. So the religion had a big hold on me for a long time. And the body remembers that, even though that my mind is saying no more. There are areas in my body that I know come, and they're still embedded in me, And each time we work on each other, the entity removes itself. There's an opening of it gets out of me. It's just being removed. So it's conditioning the subconscious all the time. It's like training a wild animal. I am not allowing anything that doesn't serve me. Bottom line, if this phrase comes up, you're not, you're comparing yourself to someone else. I go, no, I am, my DNA, my spirit is perfect. Yes, my human right can be imperfect. This is why we're here. This is the lesson.
We start off probably every phone call with about 2 minutes of laughing.
And great awakening, and we just start laughing.
Every phone call is always the first. We laugh so much we can't even stop because we just understand each other energetically. We're just laughing for whatever's happening. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Whatever.
Just keep the smile, keep the laugh. No matter what's going on in life, we're laughing and we're having a good time. And that's what it's all about. I get up every day and I'm grateful for everything. Yeah. And I never get out of the wrong side of the bed. I don't even know who has the wrong side of the bed because I slept well. My life is good and it's not perfect, but we strive to get there every day and you work on that. But I always am abundant in every part of my life. Everything. I always feel that way.
Debbie,
can
you hold for a second? There's somebody on here saying, where do I find a best friend like that? Okay, if I can just say, I'm going to answer that in a second, but I just want to say this one thing. Everybody, we all have things that set us off. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
How long does it take you to get back in love with yourself where you're not hurting yourself? And guess what? I want you to do a timer. And your subconscious isn't going to want you to time it because your subconscious is totally happy with whatever programs that are prominent and dominant, even if they're killing you. So the next time that you're pissed off at your wife, your husband, your children, the world, I want you to take that timer and go, okay, when am I going to get back into loving my life? And if the longer it takes, it's a big mistake because that's the dis-ease. You're not at ease. You're not in harmony. And that means you're dumping adrenaline and cortisol and all of these chemicals in there, bringing your vibration down, bringing your oxygen down, and eating up all of your minerals. You can tell when you look at somebody, hey, you're not having a good day. And you know what? The difference between having a good day and not a good day is this fast. But most people have been given a belief that, guess what, if you do this, you need to suffer this long. If you do this, you need to suffer that long. And let me tell you something, excuse the expression, but that's bullshit. That's bullshit. And it's not going to fly with me, my trainings. It's not, and definitely anybody that comes from my trainings, they want to get rid of those shackles, those invisible bonds that bind them. A lot of people, they've been so programmed that they believe that if they have unconditional love for themselves, they will go to hell for that. And understand, and that's on a subconscious level, and it's so deep in here, they can't grab it. Now, just know this. The lady said, where can I find a friend like Debbie or Dina? Guess what? Are you ready for this? We,
Yes.
on the Braveheart Nation app, we have a part there, and it's called Braveheart Nation Friends, where people come together like-minded, and you will find people in your city. Trust me. You know what? Whether people, right now we've got about 30 to 50,000 new people coming on our platform every day now. Every day. Now, these people aren't coming on and coming and taking courses and trainings, but they're coming in and they're sticking their toe in going, well, that's kind of different. They're going into the library. They're coming on and watching what we do. They're watching my practitioners. They're actually joining my practitioners' platforms, because understand something, everyone. We're not trying to sell you anything except unconditional love and care. Yes, we do body work, but we give a money-back guarantee on Wolf Non-Surgical. If it doesn't blow your mind and it's better than anything you've ever done, we'll refund that treatment right there. We refund on all our courses, all our trainings, all our master classes. So understand, so when anybody likes to go and start, because see, what people like to do is, I know I'm different and I know I'm a whack job, but the first thing the subconscious says is fraudulent. What's he up to? He's dangerous. Really. The reality is this. You need to do one thing in your life and try to do it for one day. Try to just stay in the present moment and watch how your mind works. Watch how your thoughts are. Let's see how positive you are. And you know what? You haters out there, God love you anyway. Okay? God love you, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because guess what? It is no place to be. It's no place to be. And I get why you're there. Life has not treated you fairly. It hasn't. Okay? All right. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So, Doc, the currency in life is yourself. You're an exchange of energy. Basically, to find a friend like that, you have to be that friend. You have to be that friend to yourself first and foremost. Same thing with a male partner or whatever partner, your lifetime partner. You have to raise the quality of yourself if you want a quality person. You can't be asking someone, oh, he can't smoke, but you're puffing a cigarette here. Oh, he can't be drinking, but you have your wine every night. Oh, he can't be fat, but you're 25 pounds overweight. You're the currency. You're that energy. We met at a restaurant where we would never thought we would meet, but I could hear her conversation. I'm going, this is the she's right on the same page as me. I'm like, I don't have to jump in and say hi to this girl. I have to talk to her. She's on that same frequency, and I had to shush Rob in front of me. And I get, ladies, I have to interrupt. And I jumped into that conversation, and
I welcomed her. She was like, can I interrupt? And I said, of course. It was just like, the energy there was just incredible, and it took all of 1 week?
1 week. I invited her to one of my sound healings so she could experience that. She had never done that. And ever since then, we connected. We connected with you. She went to you, got the subsonic. We built a business together. I mean, it was meant to be. The flow is just natural in every area in our lives. And when you say, how long are you going to stay there? We've had our moments. And who do we call? Debbie? She goes, Dina, breathe. Just breathe. And then she'll go, la, 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 la. And I go, Debbie, breathe. So we raise each other's frequency. We don't stay there. We call each other on our stuff, too. She'll go, Dina, it's not necessary. Or Debbie, I wouldn't do it this way. And we take it. We know it's for the better good of each other. We're not trying to hurt one another. There's no jealousy. There's no competition.
No, definitely not.
It's an equal exchange of energy.
Okay, so why don't we talk about what you've done, where you are right now, what you're going to do for those beautiful twins.
So we started off with the Cellsonic, which we have to talk about. We've also done, or I've done the non-surgical. So I work around her breast, not only on her breast, but also she talked about how it did get put in through her armpit. So I work all the way up into that area. I work even into her back. That's how far back I am to release this scar tissue.
Can you explain
So,
why she has the scar tissue?
well, once you have surgery, that is the most, it's the cause of the greatest amount of scar tissue from the actual cutting of the skin and the body, the tissues. So a lot of scar tissue forms. We also get scar tissue from normal daily activity, working out. It could be, the emotional part of everything. Also, the body makes this scar tissue, but mainly from the surgery that she had.
Because once you open up the body, like you explained, Doc, the cells are going, no, we don't want to for you to cut us. So they reinforce. They come in with their army and they create these spider webs and they attach themselves to your organs, to your bones,
Right.
to the nearest area, and they keep forming. And then it tightens your body, of course, because now you're like in a spider web. There's that spider and then the web, and it's just tightening up. And as you open up, oh my God, you get this relief and this relief.
As I'm working, she's feeling it, and there's places that she feels it more because she can, you have to be in tune with your own body. And so we work in areas that she's actually feeling. And I mean, I've worked all the way on her side and into her back, on her ribs. Yes. That's how far it goes.
Yeah, if I can say this, everyone, they're called feeders. So the more the trauma and the more that you unconsciously keep feeding the trauma, so I'm just going to say this and people are going to go, okay, he doesn't know what he's talking about. When a person gets an illness and that illness comes back, they relive the trauma or they never have let it go. That's what, I had cancer. I'm a breast cancer survivor the second time, the third time. Understand, nobody wants to be a survivor. Be a thriver, okay? You got to stop telling the same story. If you don't let go of the trauma, and that's what we've been taught to do, is hang on to it. The main thing that we've been given is the suffering pill on this planet. You decide how much suffering you want to have. Okay, now somebody asked, Sharon, your Cellsonic different from other machines? I'm going to tell you something right now. The Cellsonic is the most powerful energy medicine device on the planet. It's 25,000 volts put into a love harmonic. It's put through a special fluid, and it does come into the body as 25,000 volts, but it comes in as a love harmonic. So you couldn't handle 25,000 volts. Go stick your finger in just a socket, and that's 20 volts. That would be enough to give you a heart attack, fart attack. But the reality is that this is 25,000 volts. It shuts down inflammation just like that. It will decalcify mitochondria. It will take scar tissue and put back the electrical life. We are electrical, magnetic, light energy beings. Did you get that? What do you think electricity is? Our spirit is electrical, and we need that. How about this, everyone? Everything you eat and drink leaves the body. Nothing stays in. Okay, guess what? Do you know even your vitamins? They don't stay in the body. Your minerals don't stay in the body. Nothing stays in the body. Everything leaves except the light and the frequency that was in the product. This is why we carry nutraceuticals, not supplements. We measure all of our products by how much light and frequency and how high the frequency is in the product. You could read one product and read another and they look exactly the same and you're going, oh, this one's much cheaper. But guess what? It's all about the frequency and it's all about the light. Now the Cellsonic, let me tell you, we've got people that are, there's Kathy in Canada. She's on the road right now. That's the Cellsonic you see behind Debbie and Dina there. She's on the road right now this weekend. She's going to treat, this weekend, the next 3 days, she's treating 80 people with the Cellsonic. Because people want this, because they've had it already. Shalou went to Quebec, and they were there for 4 days. They couldn't do everybody. Then there's Dana up in Minnesota, and she takes her Cellsonic on the road. Then there's Jason and Melissa. They take their Cellsonic on the road because there's not enough of them around. They work at home, and then people get large groups together, and they go out and they do the non-surgical. Think about this. Think about if I went in, okay, and I did, okay, what we do is you do 50 pulses per square inch usually. We usually go in at 10 and as low as 4 on the Cellsonic. When we go in as 10 usually, before we go in and do the non-surgical with our elbow to pull the fibers apart and the calcification, because understand, there's not, okay, Dina's fibroid is made out of scar tissue and calcification. Okay, understand, you don't have swelling, you don't have stiffness, you don't have inflammation, okay, and you don't have pain unless you have a blockage in your body. You don't have a blockage in your body unless you have one here first, emotionally. But let's talk about the blockage in the body. So understand something. Getting old is too many blockages in your body. That's all it is. I'm 67, and understand something. Okay, my flexibility, my energy levels, if you follow me, okay, so understand, the more that you get rid of the scar tissue, the more that you put the calcium back into the bones and out of the joints and out of the tissues and out of the breasts and out of the gallbladder and out of the kidneys and out of everywhere else that it goes, you're going to be young again. And remember something, if you had perfect circulation, you'd have perfect health. And wherever you have the so-called dis-ease, you're not at ease because your circulation is not where it should be. Nobody talks about this. So that's why a lot of our clinics have a Cellsonic and they have a cardio med bed, which in 35 hours can give a person a whole new set of arteries, even if their heart was blocked 93% and they were supposed to go and get surgery. And we can prove this scientifically. If you go to bhnpowerpack.com, you're going to see that everything I'm saying is true. Okay? Take it away, guys.
Okay, so we're doing the Cellsonic. I'm again front end loading with all these magnificent nutraceuticals, the amino acid, the Ormus, Black Diamond, Black Gold, the IGF, Merigen. I mean, that's what we need to do because we need to raise that vibration in the body. And I'm also doing the castor oil recipe in your perfect day guide, and that is it's melting it out. We know that the combination, everything. The only thing I was wondering while I have you there, that little, whatever's left sometimes it comes to the surface and then it goes back down. It goes back to the surface and does it still have a leg? Does it still have a few legs? Is that the reason why? And of course it's not as, it's not round anymore. It's flattened and it's
The area is 80% less.
Right.
That it was, hard, and you could tell it was just fibrotic tissue,
But it feels like it appears and disappears.
Can I ask you a question, Dina?
Yes.
How have you changed emotionally before you took the Whole Life Coach, Wolf Non-Surgical, pelvic course? Where were you before you went through those? Now, everyone, this is not me trying to sell the courses. I'm trying to tell you that we need to get on course, and to do that, we have to crack the coconut, which means you have to take massive personal action and go to Brainwash Boot Camp, where you brainwash yourself into loving and caring for yourself. So that's all I'm talking. Now, you don't have to come to mine, but try to find somewhere that they're going to go in and they're going to hold the line for you until you can hold the line for yourself. Dina?
On a scale of 1 to 10, the stress level was tremendous. It was a 10. And I would keep myself in that feeling because it was, wow, it's giving me that energy. I keep going. And finally, when I moved to Stewart, I took 6 months off. And, my body still wanted to move. At 11 a.m., it would start, the heart rate would move. And I go, I'm not going to work. Stop it. I'm not going to work anymore. It would still be programmed into that motion at 11 a.m., walking into the senior home and stressing about their food because I couldn't change their food quality. It made me crazy because Did never ate like the average person, but I did drink Diet Coke, and I did do some of the things that, that poisoned my body, of course, and sometimes not eating at all is the worst part, where I wouldn't eat all day, have one chocolate bar and a Diet Coke, but my stress level was high up.
Dina, can I say something? And everyone, I just want you to know that I did the same thing. We all do the same thing. So I'm not sitting here as the great wonder guy. So just know that everything Dina went through, I went through, except I don't, she's a woman, I'm a man. We all go through this. We've all gone through these trials. Okay. And the reality is the not eating, the not treating oneself. Am I right by saying this, or am I wrong? You can just say it, but that I believe this is for everyone. We were programmed to self-hate, that we weren't good enough. We didn't measure up for our family, our friends, or the world. And so we don't even know we're running the program anymore. We think that this is as good as it gets, or this is just how life is. That's it.
Yes, you think this is normal. You think this is normal, and it's actually not normal. So when I found you, first I laughed at all your issues and the tissues, but it resonated with me. I loved it. I go, Rob, look at this guy. He's fun. Listen, he gets the message across with humor and common sense, which half the population dropped a long time ago. The thing is, people are afraid to find out that they might be wrong. Me, I prefer to be wrong and to learn.
Well, how about this, Dina? 1 second. People, that's what you just said, but actually they're not wrong. They were programmed. You're not a bad person. You got bad programs. Okay? You're not that you were wrong. You were running a program you didn't realize that wasn't right. That's all. Let yourself off the hook. And if somebody else doesn't let you off the hook, who cares? Mind your own business and let yourself off the hook completely.
Yep.
And I've been applying this mind your business and go about your business, because I wasn't minding my business. I got involved in a lot of crap in the last few years, and you know what? It's so relieving when you can mind your business and go about your business. My business is growing, it's flourishing. I mean, with Debbie and my sound vibration. So yeah, I was not in a good space, and when I met you, I actually bought products prior to my consultation, and then with my consultation, we tweaked it. And I continued the journey. I did absolutely the 33 days without yeast, wheat, sugar. Alcohol was not a problem, but I followed the perfect day guide. And when I did the 33 days, it changed. I lost 9 pounds on the scale of inflammation. My skin was clearing, my mood, your mood, just your energy, and not feeling so stressed, because when you're poisoning yourself, until you do an advanced water fast or juicing, there's a calmness that comes into you in those moments. And because you're not prepping food and you're not putting poison and it's not triggering your insulin, you're at peace. Your digestive system gets to totally relax, and then you get to feel, this calm that comes over you. So I've done 2 6-day advanced water fasts since then. I did 4 days of juicing last week. It was my first time doing that, like 4 days, and I said I do good on that. I'm going to do this every week, 4 days of juicing, and then 3 days of, of course, raw food and plant-based food. And so, yeah, I feel good. I feel that my stress level has diminished. The conversation, the negative thought is dissipating, and it's everyday work. It's like going to the gym. It's an everyday awareness, because I want to run a program that serves me. I want to run a program that makes me loving, kind, and caring. And yes, I did get angry just driving through the roundabouts and telling people to move faster so I can go faster. Don't know where I'm going, but just go faster because you're annoying me. And I just want to be in front of you so I can tell the next one to go faster. So to get a minute sooner at home for what? So I can go faster, putting my groceries away, faster, and taking the dog for a walk, fast. So when you realize, where am I going fast? I'm going to go anyways.
And if I can say this, everyone, I'm going to come back to it because that's what I do. Repetition is the key. We've all been programmed to be slaves on this planet, and it's been going on for thousands of years, and it's going to continue to go on because the majority rules, and the majority doesn't seem like it's changing fast. There are people waking up, but you need to mind your own business. Now, I've got somebody saying here, no, this is not a vegetarian diet. We do what's called a whole plant-based keto. Understand that. And if you ever get a Perfect Day consult, it's only $150 from one of our practitioners. And if you ever get it from my practitioners, just know this, that if after the consult, you're going to get a 400-page manual on how to create your perfect day and talk to you about what this emotion created, all the juicing, how to make your salads, how to do your exercises, how to do your breathing techniques, what to do if you have this condition, what to do if you have that condition, so you can become your own practitioner. And understand, and then if you don't think it's enough and we didn't do enough for the 150, just call up, don't give a reason, ask for your money back. Find out if we don't give it. Because understand something, people don't want their money back when they're treated with love and respect, and know that. And we only charge $150 and you get lifetime support. You can call our 800 number as much as you want. You think about that. Because health, okay, you need to understand, health is a language and people do not know how to speak it because we were never trained it. So you're not stupid, and you've got to ask questions. You got to get your hand up there all the time. Ask all the questions and then challenge us. Okay, challenge us. Challenge us in a way because you want to make sure that we are doing the best by you, even if most people want to do the best by you, but guess what? How many people out there are hurting people and they don't even know it? Seriously. Okay? We wouldn't be in this mess today. Okay? And I don't even know if we can ever take our planet back and just have unconditional love and no war and none of this thing. There's no such thing as climate change. There's no such thing as a pandemic, because if you wanted to do your research, you'd find out that every pandemic was created every time they brought out a new frequency. Okay? The human body has to adjust to it. Okay, so understand, everything's a bloody cover-up, and you don't have to believe it, anyone. Don't have to believe any of this. All you got to do today is put a smile on your face and see every place you go, every person you see, if you can leave them smiling. See if you can put yourself out there and not have expectations of getting things back. Okay? Because that's how you live in this world. And guess what? You know what? You've always felt better when you were a giver, not a getter. Okay? When you weren't a getter. And I will give as much as I possibly can, humanly can, without giving myself a headache. Okay? So girls, what else would you like to let people know?
Well, you can go on our website at stewarthealthandhealing.com, and you can reach me, Debbie, at 305-342-9559. And my email is dswain1202@att.net.
1 second before you go, Dina. Somebody's asking you, Debbie, or not asking you, but I'm going to put it to you. She says, very well, you were talking about pets. Well, I'm going to let Debbie talk, but just know this. All our products we use on pets, okay? We use them on pets. She used their Cellsonic on pets. She does Wolf non-surgical on pets. Understand, if you go to a vet and your dog is sick, your dog doesn't have to remain sick. He doesn't have to have crippled hips, crippled spine. He doesn't have to have all the diseases that humans have because they feed him the same crap that they feed us. Right, Deb?
Yes.
And if you go on our website, there is an area that says pets. So that's where we and also my dog is the same age as Emmett, and he's turned around from being in a stroller to not wanting to ever be in a stroller. He's going to be 15 by giving him the Beyond Ormus, the Detox Tea, the Blood Gold, the Blood Diamond, and then the minerals. Cashmere is a happy dog again. He wants to play. Every time he finishes meal, he's calling me to play. And I've witnessed Emmett here, do a 180. He just, from the time Debbie called me and said he went to the emergency room with, having the problem he had, and look at him. He came to greet me this morning. He's back to his happy self.
Right?
Okay, 1 second. Somebody says, can you please tell us the story of Emmett I heard a little bit on other shows, but could you tell the story, please? Because my dog is suffering.
So basically, back in, it was about a year ago, I noticed him scratching uncontrollably in the back, his legs. He also had a loss of fur from his ribs, his waist down to his tail. And then as time went on, we did some non-surgical. He did get better. And then in June, he had an episode that he got real sick, and I took him into the emergency vet. He had an ultrasound done, and he was diagnosed with masses on both adrenals above the kidneys. At that point, we upped his nutraceuticals, and we started cell-tonicking the area of concern. And I also now, through being able to pinpoint where his issue was inside, I have also found a block right here in the middle of his back on his spine. We can feel it. So we work, I work on it once a week because I can only do so much work. His body has to heal. And then we go again. We're about 50% there. He's still, we still do this. It took him 14 years to get in this condition. It's not going to go away overnight. So we work every day to do a little non-surgical in different areas, but we know where the block is. We're getting it better and better. He sleeps calmly every night. When this first started happening, he was miserable. He eats well, he drinks well, he poops well. He's just a happy dog. He's going to be 15 in January, and that's all you can ask for, is just to have a comfortable life. And he's got a mom that just takes care of him and will do anything for him. And my other one's here too. So he's Taz. He's a 60-pound Australian Shepherd. And you have to take care of everything. And dogs are ones that pick up on your energies big time. We talk about the moods that you're in. When you're in a bad mood, look at your dog. They go hide when you're mad because they know the frequency, the energy is there. Last night I'm done with dinner and I start dancing and singing to them, and they're just looking at me like I'm just some happy-go-lucky mom.
I do the same.
And
I dance.
And that's what they know. They know that we live in an environment that's all good. Everything is good. We don't freak out. We don't yell. We don't do any of that stuff. I provide the environment now that is high vibrational, high frequency, and it just gets better and better.
See, the system wants you to be in a cane and a walker and a wheelchair, and guess what? In diapers. Who the hell wants to be in diapers? Who wants to be?
Dina,
please. I'm like, you don't have to age this way. Yes, we have cemented areas in our body, but please open up, understand that you can do something. You see, other people are driving the bus for you. Just take over. This is your bus. This is your vehicle taking this soul on this journey. This is your bus. So no one's going to tell me what to do. No one's going to come and poke me, poison me, and drug me to make money, because I know better. And if I will research, I will look into it. There's other ways, and this is what we want to give you, the opportunity to expand, because there's a better way. And when you know better, guess what? You do better. And as you condition your mind to being better, it becomes easy to love yourself more and more, and to understand that we were programmed to being less than a man. In my religion, we walk behind a man. We pray behind a man. You're just wrapped up in a blanket all day long with 2 eye sockets. Who's going to do this to me? No one. Why? Because I'm driving my bus, and I know that's not real. I know that doesn't belong to me or around me. And I'm not angry about it. It's just not there. So let's focus again, Doc, on what we really want. Because then I want to give energy to expanding my business, to helping everybody that wants to take massive action and that wants to do the same journey that I'm going to take you on. Let's partner up and let's take this high vibrational journey together. And that's what we're doing here in Stuart, Florida. And if anybody wants us come with the Cellsonic for 80 people. We'll go to you. You want your pets to be helped. You can come to us. You know, my number is 786-488-7782. Our website, StewartHealthAndHealing.com. And if you want to know a little bit more about sound vibration, mine is soundvibration.net. I'm a sound practitioner. I am not the healer. Your body always does the healing. I trigger the healer in you. That's what we do. We trigger the healer in you. You come to us for healing, we're not healers. We trigger the healer in you.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm doing with myself. I am healing myself with the help of my beautiful friend, partnership in business, my soulmate. God love him. He is awake. I sleep next to an awakened spirit that's taking a journey with me and knows where I stand with this and has, opened up. He's probably listening to you right now. He says, where can I see you today? So he's probably watching this right now. And that's my high road. That's where I'm going. I'm here to help, but I'm help the willing. I'm going to help the willing.
I have somebody here asking a question, and they say, I would love to get trained and do what Debbie and Dina are doing. I just feel like if I did, I would not get the support I need. Guys, will you tell them how much we support you?
No,
That person will get our support. She'll be changing tribes. That's it. Whoever doesn't support you, you don't move along.
No, this person's asking if I come to take the courses, if I take the Wolf Non-Surgical and the Whole Life Coach course, will we get supported by you when we're done? They're asking me that.
Sure.
And I was just saying,
yes.
do I support you guys?
Oh my God.
I call them up at any time, and when I have a question, every week we have our meeting for questions and support. At any time, I can ring his phone. If he can't answer right then, he will get back to me. The day that Emmett was diagnosed, he called me right back immediately, because I had questions for him. You just can't. He's there, Doc, you're there all the time.
Well, you're here supporting us right now and supporting my journey. So right there and then, when I called you 2 days ago and I asked you the question, you said, I want you to come on live. Would you like to do that with Debbie? I said, yes, I will, because I want everybody to understand the journey and get more of your knowledge, and for us as well, for me personally. And here we are. So you're supporting us right now.
Yes.
So guys, let me just tell her, if you want, go to BHN, that's BHN, it stands for Braveheart Nation, BHNuniversity.com or BraveheartNation.com. Everything is up there. Everything that we do, personal treatment and trainings, certifications, master classes, go check it out. And everybody, if you want, and you don't have to spend a penny, not one penny. And I promise you, I will give you more training in my library on docofdetox.com. And I don't care if you went to naturopathic school. Okay, I've been working on this library for years. And we have spelled it out. And understand something. This is really important that you get this, everyone. If you want to become anything, and it's a government-related school, government-sanctioned school, you're going to have words in there to make everybody feel stupid, to scare you off and think you can't do it. Everything in my library, okay, a 6-year-old will understand. And I didn't build it that way because I'm telling you that you don't understand things and you're not smart. I'm telling you I need a 6-year-old to understand it. And if a 6-year-old can't understand what I'm saying, then it's BS. If somebody talks to you and you're bewildered and it causes fear in you, it causes stress in you, it's probably a lie. Because let me tell you something. They should be saying things to empower you. They shouldn't be trying to give you hope. What is hope? I hope I get well. Really? No. You don't want that. You want faith. And faith is in knowing what to do for yourself. Not sitting around and having somebody go, we'll keep an eye on that for you. You don't want a doctor. You don't want somebody treating you. You want somebody treating you and training you at the same time to bring you from patient to practitioner. And listen, whether you believe this or not, this really pisses off the systems out there. But you can get your doctorate through us. That's right. You can get your doctorate of natural medicine and doctorate of indigenous medicine through us. And we'll be showing how and who validates us. And understand this. Just because the majority doesn't buy into it, I don't care. Okay? Just because somebody doesn't like me, I don't care. I'm going to love them anyway, and I will be there for them on any level that I can, because that's how I serve my Creator. Okay? And you need to get this. I don't come on here making some bullshit show. This is real for me. When I leave this planet, okay, I only have one authority that's looking at me and saying, what did you do? What did you try to do? And did I screw up? Yeah, lots, okay? I know that. I'll probably screw up today. But the reality is this, I'm going to go in with my heart. Don't go in with your mind. Go in with your heart. Always bring everything up through your heart, not your mind, because your mind's been programmed, okay, way back before the Bible, baby. And let me tell you that. Okay, so, and it's not going to end, but you can start off today by loving and caring and letting yourself off the hook and not reacting and attacking yourself or anybody else. Dina? Debbie?
So now knowing what you know, where my road is there anything that you suggest I do different, or I add or subtract? Is there anything after hearing my journey right now, Doc, what would you do?
You're doing almost everything except the one thing I don't want to say.
Why not? You will anyways.
No, I won't. Did you tell me I have the right, and I will.
You have the right. I want everybody.
I already know what it is.
Debbie, you tell her. Debbie, you tell her. I want it coming from a woman, not a male chauvinist.
And she knows how I feel about it too. And I've already told her when she's ready, she'll do it. She needs to have her breast implants removed, because this is a foreign body in her body, causing constant inflammation, and there's calcification built up all around this. And yes, in time, these breast implants leak. I've had my mom lose a friend to having breast implants. It affected her immune system, and then she ended up dying. She had hers in. If we knew, people, like I said, logically, if you get a splinter in your finger, the body pushes it out. And if it doesn't push it out, it encapsulates it. So what do you think? Everything foreign in the body happens, it does the same thing. It protects itself.
So my question is, once you remove all that, you clean out house, there's still going to be scar tissue. That's another surgery. So, it's almost...
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's
Okay,
not.
tell her.
Not with the non-surgical and the cell-sonic. And we already know that with the 6-day advanced water fasting, everybody, if you want to know about that, please go into my library. You do not want to do a water fast, but anybody can do a 6-day advanced water fast with these nutraceuticals we have. But when you do that, you release, first of all, you release as much stem cells as $100,000 in stem cell therapy by the end of the third day. The end of the third day. So when you go 6 days, that's a lot of stem cells. So if you were to get the implants out, remember they're going to take the scar tissue that's around the implants, and they're going to take that out. They're not going to leave it behind. And that's the casing. So after the surgery, you have to understand something. Them being there is not good at all. The payoff is going to come when they do this surgery and get those out. And if you were to do even just 3 days of an advanced water fast, 3 to 6 days every 6 weeks, after 6 weeks, you've got no scar tissue, especially with using the non-surgical, Wolf non-surgical, and lightly getting that done every week. Just saying no fibers, you're not coming back together from the inflammation. And then with the diet you have and all the love that you have around you, I think you need to go home and talk to your partner and tell them, because guess what? Will you still love me? Will you love me as much? Because understand, that's what it all comes down to. And are you here with me? And because that fear back here, okay? He loves my breast. I love my breasts. When they're gone, they're going to be small. Okay, does that make me small?
Right, I get it. I get it. So that's the last piece of the puzzle.
It's the major, it's the main piece of the puzzle. I wasn't even going to bring it up today, but because I asked permission.
Well, we have to. We're going all in here to help me and help others. So I'm all, about that. Just like when you worked on me in front of a class, here's a body part that we want healing for.
Yeah. Can I say something? Just so I can keep up on this. Where are you guys located? Can you, before you say that, know this, everyone, that we're working on this. If you go to, BHN, okay, powerpack.com, bhnpowerpack.com. You will see, if you go to bhnpowerpack.com, are you guys still there?
Yeah, we're here.
We hear you.
Okay, let me just check my phone. Okay, 1 second. I have to fix this. Okay, I'm trying to find you.
We're here.
I lost them. That's all I have left of you. Oh, but I know, but they can't see you. Give me 1 second, would you?
You're frozen. To us, you're frozen.
Okay, 1 second. My apologies, everyone. I don't know. That's what happens when a call comes in.
There we go. Oh, no. Now we got you without it.
Okay, so guys, go to bhnpowerpack.com, and by the end of next week, there will be a list of everyone that has a cardio med bed, everyone that has a Cellsonic and does non-surgical. There's clinics all over the place. And understand something, everyone. These are not my clinics. These are clinics onto their own. Okay? So go on, and what we also have coming, and it will be part of the new year, is we have what's called World Map, Practitioners World Map. And we're going to be showing where every non-surgical practitioner is in the world and where they are, how to get in touch with them. They'll actually have a video up there of themselves. Understand something, everyone. You'll get to know who I am. There's enough abundance in me and in the world that I want to share it with everyone. I want everyone to be successful with their health, their wealth, and everything. And if you ever talk to my practitioners, you'll find out that there is no BS with me when it comes to that. That my partner Lori and I, when we came to do this business, we said we are going to make practitioners out of anyone that has the passion and the purpose to want to heal this world. And that's it, okay? So go ahead, guys. Do you want to give your information, where you are, how to get in touch? Because we've got a few people asking.
We are in Stuart, Florida. Our website is stuarthealthandhealing.com. My number is 786-488-7782. And Debbie's number is
305. She knows it. 342-9559. And and you can get it on the website too. Just stuarthealthandhealing.com.
And I highly recommend to participate in Doc's courses. The library is free. That's where I began. And Doc, you said out of, I don't know how many thousands of people, only 55 completed the whole library. Well, I'm one of them. So I can toot my own horn on that because I was just wanting to know and understand, and it was just resonating with me. And keep going. If it doesn't resonate, well, it'll resonate later on. Because as you grow, you understand better and you understand something new. And each time you go back to Doc, Debbie's been there 5 times. She's going for her PhD right now. I'm not there yet because I have a full-time business. But each time you go back in those classes, you learn something new because what you've learned, you've learned. So you move on and you understand something at another level. you keep increasing. And each time you repeat, repeat is the mother of skill. Repetition is the mother of skill, guys. You do the non-surgical. The first time you're nervous, you're learning. Second time you have more confidence. And now Debbie can teach it. She's teaching it as we speak. You know, she goes to with Sage and she's teaching it. So you have that level of understanding of becoming your own practitioner and then teaching other people to become their own practitioners. So, I mean, look at it as a gift. It's a gift to yourself, and that's just the beginning to loving yourself. And the mirror work, you know, when we send out our package of consultation, we add the mirror work, Doc. We add exactly what you put on, and we say, we want you to do this every morning. And just look at your eyes and understand that you're a beautiful spirit. Your spirit is perfect. You are a spark of the divine. Hello, we're each cells of the divine. So, you know, and discover heightened abilities. It's not your senses. You know, we're the only conscious being that can manage the mind. Animals have instincts. You know, after running away from a tiger, the gazelle goes back grazing 15 minutes later like nothing happened. But we people, we don't. You know, I heard it. I don't know if it's from you, Doc. Before the BS of COVID, 17 times a day a normal person would get triggered 17 times a day. Right now, it's 120 times a day that people get triggered stressfully. And 90% of the ailments out there in the world are caused by stress in some form. So I don't want to live life like that. I don't want to find myself on a hospital bed because I stressed out. So this here needs cracking and training, and it's Doc's courses. Guys, I've done a lot of the, you know, self-help books and all that, but when you're there, you get it, because people are all there for the same reason. They want their coconut cracked. And jump in, just jump in and do it for yourself. I'd have Doc here all the time with us. We had him in Stewart. I'd like to keep him here with us all the time, you know, but he's traveling the world. So jump in where it's closest to your place and go. I recommend it. I mean, it's beyond, you know, get goosebumps as I speak for the gratitude for finding your funny video almost 4 years ago, Doc. So thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, love. Somebody's saying here, going back 5 times, you have to understand something, everybody. When people come and take like our New World Practitioner course, it's a whole life coach and it's the Wolf Non-Surgical. It's a 23-day course. And when they come the first time, they pay what's on there. When they come the second, they get 20% off. The third, they get 20% off. Debbie didn't pay for 4th or 5th. If she comes 100 times, wherever we are around the world, you don't pay, do you, Debbie? Everybody that has taken my course 3 times becomes a master practitioner. I have to get them to do it 3 times because you rock that thing. Now, are there people coming 1 time and opening up a business? Absolutely. But you know what? People that want to go in deeper, you know, everybody's got their level. So understand that. Yeah. Somebody's asking, yeah, just go to braveheartnation.com or bhnuniversity.com. You'll see a slideshow how you can go all the way from patient to getting your doctorate. So anyways, anything you want to leave everybody with, guys?
So I have done 5 courses and I still learn. I learn every day, just on a daily basis. When you stop learning, you stop living. So, you know, my biggest thing with people that I see is they need to start doing some research. You know, they expect to be spoon-fed everything. And I'm like, you have to do, you know, no one did my research. I had to sit down and do it. You know, even when this guy got diagnosed, you know, I picked your brain, but I went and did research on his condition, what the internet has to say, where I'm self-sonicking him. What else am I looking for?
How about the doggy enema? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but everybody watching, she looked it up and she perfected how to do an enema on her dog, and that was life-saving. Lori, can I get something to drink?
So he gets the, you know, the enemas now at least 1 to 2 times a week also. But I also found out that the adrenals are linked to the gland in the brain, so he gets sulfonic on his brain. Do I know if there's a tumor in there? No, but we're going to sulfonic him. It can't hurt him. And why wouldn't we put 50 pulses in this area? Just in case there is something going on here that was related to down in his spine and his adrenals and stuff like that. But that is my research that I had to do. Nobody can go and do it for you. And this has just been amazing. Like I said, 1 week in the first course, I knew more in 1 week than the past 30 years being in the medical field. I could pretty much outdo most doctors and surgeons out there right now with people that have any medical conditions. So, pat me on the shoulder. I know I'm good. And Dina, she's amazing too. Just what we have learned in the past year, a little bit longer than a year, has been incredible. Understanding how the body works, how the mind plays such an important part. All these things coming together, it's amazing. And no one can put me down, and people can think I'm crazy, and more power to you, because I really don't care. And my nickname is Crazy AD, Crazy Aunt Debbie, and they laugh and they joke, but my nieces come to me when they need something, and they listen to me, and they're starting to do. Like I said, I was just at my one niece's house when we were in Benito, and she was using my structure unit. And I was almost blown away when that happened. I was like, well, do you want one? And she's like, yeah. And even the other day I was on the phone with her, and she's like, where's my structure unit? She's doing the water for the dogs. So she's structuring the water for the dogs. She's structuring her own water. So picking up on these little things, even changing 1, 2, 3, 4 things in your life, it will change your life.
You lead by example.
Yes.
More and more people. I do sound healing, of course, and I provide these wonderful zero gravity chairs, and there are people that come in and you're like, oh my God, they're going to break the chair. What am I going to do? There's a weight limit on those chairs, and everybody's coming in just larger and larger. And it's not just about being, sexy. You can still wear a bikini at 60, but it's about feeling good and being healthy. This is not, you can't tell me that 60, 70 pounds on your body feels great every morning when you get up. Okay, you can't tell me that dragging a sack of potatoes on your body every day, these are toxins. And again, remember, you're getting fat because your body's saving yourself from dying. It just doesn't know what to do with all this processed food. And it's just lodging it in your body because you know what? You die of a heart attack or a stroke. That's what I learned from you, Doc. It's like, so now when you see these people, you go, oh my God. And I am fortunate to have the platform of sound, vibration, and frequency. And guess what? I always introduce my second practice. And I tell them what it is, and we teach you how to detox on a regular basis every day. And we teach you how to heal your body. And we teach you, I say those words, and when Debbie's there alongside Debbie Swain, and I have a platform that already people are open to somehow feeling relief in their bodies. So that's the doorway that brings a lot of our clients, and of course you with us, but it's really about teaching them how to do better and feel better. I said the body naturally wants to feel better, right? So there's just so much vibration sound healing will do if you're not applying some of these perfect day lifestyles where you're eliminating what causes the root cause of your problem. You're going to keep coming back, but it's not relieving the cause. And this is where we are. We teach, and I always mention, our practice. And it's important. And people, we're not dismissing you guys because we're thin. We're healthy. This is where I want to tell you is we're healthy. And when you're healthy, your body weight is healthy. That's it.
Stop counting calories. Okay, everybody? Stop buying into their BS and understand something. The whole world is a sugar junkie. We take 100 times more sugar in now than ever. Remember this, that ADD is not ADD. It's too much sugar in a child. Okay, dementia is too much sugar in an adult. Diabetes is too much sugar. I mean, heart disease. Okay, whatever you want to come up with, you're going to hit sugar, you're going to hit dairy, you're going to hit refined flour, and then you can throw in all the GMOs and all the chemicals they're putting in. Understand, and you're going to have to take a look in your cupboards, your fridge, but before you even do that, you're going to have to take a look in your heart and ask yourself what you're worth. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. One last time, tell them where you are, because we've been on this long. We've got more people on. So nice and quick, because Lori and I are going to go because it's a beautiful day in Orlando. Okay? And we're going to check out Orlando a little bit. Okay? So go ahead, guys.
StewartHealthAndHealing.com, and Debbie's phone number is 305-342-9559.
And my number is 786-488-7782. Thank you.
No, thank you for joining us, and Debbie and Dina, and I'm telling you, people got a lot out of this. And we'll have them back, everyone. They'll be back probably in about a month, because they were worth it, weren't they? Okay, everybody?
And in February, I'll get another, of course, ultrasound, and we're going to,
Who knows? Maybe by then she'll get them out.
maybe. But still, that's in the breast. It's not in the implant. It's still in the breast. It's in the tissue.
All right, guys. Issues in your tissues. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, everyone. And thank you for joining us on this beautiful day. Don't forget to turn your clocks back tonight, everybody. Okay? Just so that you're not late for church or late for that breakfast meeting or whatever you love to do on Sundays. And just know this, that if you want information about what we do, go to docofdetox.com. You'll see that's our website. That's where our store is. But most importantly, that's where our library is. Go dive in there and just check out the library, please. It's free and it was built for you. Okay? It's there for you if you want it. And those of you interested in taking any master classes, courses, or certifications, go to bhnuniversity.com or braveheartnation.com. If you were interested in the Cellsonic or the Cardio MedBed, please go to bhnpowerpack.com. And just know this, my son Sage, he is going to be giving a lecture in Sydney, Australia, this coming week. If you go to braveheartnation.com, you'll see when he's lecturing and where it is. Also in Melbourne, he'll be lecturing, and then he's going to be doing treatments there for the next 6 weeks. He's booked out every day. He's got 8 to 10 treatments with non-surgical with patients there. He just flew there yesterday. And then we will be doing our first course of the year at the beautiful Cala Del Mar. It's a 4-diamond. It's a 4-diamond resort, not a 4-star. 4-diamond, and that'll be in Ixtapa, okay, Mexico. Go check it out on my website. Go look how beautiful it is. We will have the Whole Life Coach certification there, which is 9 days. The Wolf Non-Surgical Certification Bodywork, which is 12 days. Then we'll be having a Braveheart Circle, which is only 4 days. And then the Women's Pelvic Restoration and Disease Prevention for 3 days. And look at, and if you don't want to do that, just come to Ixtapa and come for a day. Okay, I allow people to come to my Whole Life Coach, okay, and check it out for a day. So if you happen to be in Ixtapa, January the 8th, that's when we kick off that course, okay, let me know. Give me a call. My number is 469-861-8884, and you can drop in for a day, okay? All right? And come and play with us. Come stay with us. Come learn from us. And we'll learn from you, okay? And then after we do that, we go on our world tour. We'll be in Australia, we'll be in California, we'll be in Barrie, Ontario, we'll be in Kelowna, British Columbia, we'll be in Bonita, Florida. That's just a few places. We'll be traveling and doing the last part of the world tour, which is 8 months starting in January. I want to thank everybody for joining me today. God bless. And just remember something. Your smile is your best weapon. How long does it take you to get back to a smile? And do you leave smiles wherever you go? And understand something. There's a child in every one of us. Go wake up the children in everybody. Go play with people. Play with yourself. Okay? Become lighthearted but full-hearted, where you are filling up your heart with love, not wanting anyone else to do it, so that you don't have a tantrum with your wife or your husband or your children and saying, guess what? They don't respect me. Let me tell you something. Are you respecting yourself? God bless.